Well, hello, good Saturday morning, and welcome to Reinvention Saturdays. My name is Benjamin Kamoye, and I'm here to serve you today. Welcome to Reinvention Saturdays. And even as we await for a few more people just to join this broadcast, I want to thank all of you that have reached out to me and started your leadership development journeys, and are really stepping into the authenticity of your brilliance. For some of you who probably don't know me, I am gifted as a creative communicator, and I express those gifts as a coach, as a speaker, as a trainer. My purpose in life, my mission, is about helping leaders master their brilliance, manifest that brilliance into the world, and then monetize that brilliance. Summarized, I help leaders reinvent themselves for impact and income. And the Reinvention Saturdays show, it's 30 minutes every Saturday from 9:30 a.m. East African time up to about 10 o'clock. And it's just about adding value to you. I believe strongly that you are the most appreciable asset. If you invest in yourself, you keep 100% of the returns. And that brings a lot of return in your life in every sphere that you go into. And we've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, going into 2-3 months. And if you want to just go back to where we've started, there's going to be a link being dropped right here by my team member. You'll have an opportunity to go back and really listen to some of the series that I've done before. The powers of man, your role as a co-creator, being a pattern maker. Those were really, really amazing sessions. And I'd love for you to go back there and really listen into them. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to dive into it right here, right now. And today I want us to talk about moving from mystery to mastery. From mystery to mastery. How do you demystify the creation process to create the results that you desire in your life? That's really what today is all about. And the objective for today's session is for me to transmute the confidence for you to approach every circumstance with the awareness of how you need to create the results that you want. Really just understand that, yes, I've got what it takes to create the results that I want. That's the confidence that I want to transmute to you, that I've got this, that I can hack this, that I have got the skills, I've got the competencies, I've got the courage, the commitment to get this done as you step into every opportunity. The second thing that I would really want for you as you come out of this session really is for you to gain an understanding of where you are in the mastery process. Gain an understanding of where you are in the mastery process. So two things: confidence, understanding, as you are in the journey of creating the results that you seek to create in life. So why mystery to mastery? Things that are mysterious confound us. Things that are mysterious, we don't know what to do with them. Things that are mysterious create confusion. Things that are mysterious have a way in which we don't know what to expect from them. We don't know which direction they are going. The wind is very mysterious. The wind is blowing, and then the next minute it stops blowing. You don't know where it's going. And it feels mysterious in that way that you cannot really map it. You can't place your finger on it, and yet it has a lot of impact. Mastery, on the other hand, is predictable. Mastery is control. Mastery is confidence. Mastery is being in charge. Mastery is deep levels of understanding and awareness. Mastery is everything about, I've got this. I'm in control. I'm in charge. And so we want to move from mystery to mastery. And because I do not have at my command here the time to go into every domain of life, I'm going to specifically talk about two main domains. And the first big domain is mastery of yourself. Some of you would call that personal mastery. Becoming so masterful at this is who I am and then this is how I create out into the world. Becoming so masterful at that. And then the second area domain that we're going to look at is the creation process. In other words, how do I create results? You see, when you look at people, when I used to look at people who had results that I wanted, but I had not got up until that point, I used to think that they might have been lucky, or they knew something that I didn't. They had, an unfair advantage over me. And when I looked at them, I would say, yeah, they've achieved that because their father because they were brought up in such and such, and I didn't have that. I had an excuse that really gave credit to fate as to why I was not able to create the results that they had created in their life. And as I sit here today, I can share with you that there is nothing that is impossible for you. I believe in your capacity and in your potential. I believe in your resourcefulness to create whatever you want. And if you can move from the mystery side of, oh, I don't even know how this goes on and how to create this, the mystery side of things, to the mastery side of things, which is, I've got the details, I've got the fundamentals, I know how to put the patterns together, you will have created for yourself the amazing thing, which is the ability to create anything, anywhere, anytime. If success is a mystery to you, then you will constantly go through life haphazardly looking for a fix, a clue, a shortcut. There's nothing mysterious about this. What there is that there is a process, there are principles, and once you know them, boom, you begin to create the life that you want. And so let's begin with this idea. I remember when I was taken for my computer learning session. The first time I'd seen computers, but I didn't know how to operate them. And at that time, we would go for a Microsoft Office packages and to go and study how that stuff works so that you can be meaningful in the world. And the moment I clicked that computer and this teacher opened up Microsoft Word, at the top there were just so many icons. There was a menu, there was file, there was home, there was insert, there was this draw, there was shapes, there was picture, there was just so much on that one screen. Right at the top there, little tiny icons, and each one of them had a purpose for being there, and I didn't know what that was all about. That instant feeling right there was, this is mysterious. I don't know what these things are for. And I don't know how to navigate them. That feeling of mystery is the same feeling that I felt when I sat in front of a drum kit. And there was a pedal on my right leg, and there was another pedal on my left leg. I had two sticks, and there was a drum here. There were two tom-toms. There was a floor drum. There was a bass drum. And there were two crashes up here. And I was supposed to make music. And the whole idea of making music was through confusion. Have you ever tried to do different things with your hands? Like if I tell you to, this finger, I want you to take it forward and I want you to take this backwards. It's like, how do you do that? It doesn't happen. And the whole idea of playing drums was like, you need to confuse yourself. Like your leg needs to be drumming and this other leg needs to be doing this and this hand needs to be doing something different. This is uncoordinated something. And I sat there and it just felt like it was a struggle. It was mysterious at first until I mastered it. And there I was playing music, my eyes were closed, I was listening to the bass guitarist, and I knew where all the tom-toms were. You probably haven't played drums, but maybe you've worked on computers, or even better, you've driven. The first day you went for your driving class lesson, you sat on that chair and then all of a sudden there are 3 pedals. Maybe there's a gear shift over here. There's a window that needs to be opened. There's a big screen and there's a rear view mirror and there's this steering wheel and there's got all these panels on the screen, and it just feels like it's too much, too soon at the same time. How do I navigate this complexity? And that's really what I want to share with you guys as how do you move from mystery to mastery? And the first thing that I know for most people is a mystery. And I would like for you to move from this. the mystery that most people carry, the dream within you. That dream within you is a mystery. That dream within you is a mystery. And for most people, they don't know what that is. They don't know what that is. They probably have had glimpses of it, but you don't know what that is. And the first big deal about making an impact and making an income is you've got to move from the mystery of who you are and why you're here on earth and the contribution you are brought here to make. You've got to move from the mystery of that to the mastery of it. That's the first big idea. And it's embracing and having this knowing that I'm gifted. I am resourced. I am not here because of a biological act. That is how I got here. It is the portal. It's the through path which I came. But it's not the end story about me. And understanding the mystery of your dream requires that you go within and answer this question. Who am I? What tool am I? And that requires you to become a student of yourself. I can tell you this. If you cannot answer or define yourself using these three key pillars, then you haven't mastered who you are. And the first one is identity. Who am I? Assignment is why am I here? Impact is what do I seek to create? Identity, assignment, impact. And so the mystery part of it is when you hear those three pillars to identify and explain yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, I have no idea how to define myself using that. It's mysterious. I haven't mastered me. I haven't mastered who I am. And that's the first big idea. You've got to be able to really master your identity, your assignment, and your impact. Otherwise, how do you filter decisions to do or not do certain things? How do you filter partnerships, connections? How do you filter ideas? Which ones do you keep? Which one do you pass on? And which ones do you implement? What filter do you use? I believe that mastery is clarity of your identity, who you are. Clarity of your assignment, why you're here on earth. And your impact, what you seek to create by your legacy, the reason for your assignment. So let me introduce myself in those three pillars so that then you can take that as a challenge and begin to think through it. Identity. I am gifted as a creative communicator. That's who I am. That's my identity. That's how I was wired. Most people, when I ask them this question, they would say, I am a father, I am a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a cousin, I'm an uncle, I'm a daughter. Yeah, okay, those are some aspects of your identity. But you are someone before all those things. When you're sitting there in your mother's womb, sucking on your thumb, floating in that amniotic fluid, who are you? We go in there and ask you, who are you? Because you are known before you became a conception. You are a concept in the mind of God before conception, daddy and mommy. You are a concept in the mind of God before conception. And so that concept is what I want you to tap into and really connect with and say, I am. I was a creative communicator when I was right there in my mother's womb. I just simply discovered that. It was within me. It was deposited within me. That is not a mystery for me. I am aware that that's who I am. And because of that, my assignment here on earth is to raise a generation of leaders in the marketplace whose power and influence comes from a relationship with God. And the process that I use in that creation of leaders whose power and influence in the marketplace comes from a relationship with God, is to help them master who they are. What I'm doing right now, manifest their brilliance, that brilliance within them. That is the mystery that they don't know what it is. And once they master it, they can manifest it. And once they manifest it, then guess what? They should be able to monetize it. They should be able to monetize it. And that's my role here. And my impact in the world is to raise 1 billion leaders, to create 1 billion ahas. Aha, now I get it. Through the Reinvention Saturday sessions, through my work in corporations and organizations, through my work with individuals, through my work in the Catalyst Academy of Purpose and Leadership, my role is to create 1 billion ahas and to cause leaders to gain forward motion, to master, manifest, and monetize their brilliance. That is the first key pillar when it comes to mastery. Because everything else kind of revolves and rotates up around that. Okay? That's the first big idea. The second domain that we're going to talk about is the mastery of how you create. The mastery of how you create. And for most people, like I said at the beginning, and even for me, results were something mysterious. When I look at results and I say, how is he able to do that? How is he able to live that kind of lifestyle? How is he able to produce those kind of results? And I would go within myself and I'd say, what am I missing? What am I not getting? And what I was not getting is that there are principles to everything. Methods are many, but principles are few. And in order for us to become masterful at creating results, we've got to understand the principles for how we create results. And in the last session, I just began by sharing with you this stick person. And I just want us to do that one more time here today. So draw a circle. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to show it on the screen right now. Draw a circle. And that circle, divide it in two so that you have the top half conscious mind. And in the bottom half of that circle, we've got the subconscious mind. Okay, that's what I want you to have. Did you see that? The conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Okay, we're going to draw another arrow. Okay, from that circle, going down, we're going to create the body right there. Okay, that's the body. Then I want you to draw another arrow going outwards. Can you see that? So top half of the circle, conscious mind, bottom half, subconscious mind, an arrow connecting to the body, and then an arrow going outwards. And with that arrow going outwards, I'd like you to write the letter R, which stands for your results. So the entire thing and image looks exactly like that. So with that in mind, the big idea here that I would love for you to really capture is this. That as we're talking about the mastery in terms of creating results, the mastery here requires an understanding that my subconscious mind, which is where my beliefs, values, my meaning-making system, okay, my decision-making system, all right, my assumptions, all that is impressed upon my body, and what orders are sent into my body, then I act and behave in the ways that create my results. That's at a very high level. The mastery behind how I create results. And so when you begin to look at the results that you've created in your life, mastery is in knowing that these results are not the way they are because of I don't know what. It's not something mysterious, but mastery is about saying, my inner game, the subconscious mind is the inner game, runs the outer game, and that's my results. And so if my results are the offspring of my inner game, the results are the offspring of my beliefs and values, then I need to alter my beliefs, my values, my assumptions. My inner game needs to be interrogated so that I see what's blocking me from creating the results that I want in my life. That's bingo right there. Mystery is when I cannot explain how I got the results that I have. Mystery is when I don't know how to create the results that I want. I'm unaware of the process and the principles that govern the creation of every result. And so when we begin to look at mastery as far as our role as co-creators with God is concerned, what we begin to tune into is an understanding of what are the beliefs and principles, the inner game, that's running me to create the outer game, the action and the behavior that's producing the results that I have. And being aware that results have ancestry. And so I need to go back and look at the processes that created these results. My potential is programmed within me, but I have got to address the beliefs that limit the expression of my full potential. And that is mastery. And so in summarizing today's session, really what I want to challenge you to do is, number one, to evaluate where you are on the path to mastery. That was one of the objectives that I promised you, evaluating where you are on the path to mastery. That's the understanding that I want to create. And the second one is just to transmute the confidence to you that anything is figure outable, really. Everything is figure outable. And there's a pathway from mystery to mastery. It's there. It's there. So let's go to this idea. Again, what I want you to do, I want us to draw. Let me get this. I want us to draw and get different color here. I want you to draw a window. Let me get a bigger bold pen there. I want you to draw a window like that. Bingo. Just a square and then divide it into 4. Okay? Square then divide it into 4. That's what I want you to draw right there. Okay? And on this corner over here, we're going to write, let's get the pen here. Here we're going to write unconscious incompetence. In other words, you don't know what you don't know. You're completely clueless. You don't know what you don't know. Unconscious incompetence. And then at some point you become aware of, oh, wait a minute, I don't know how to create this. Like right now, you're probably knowing, based on the definition that I gave you, I don't know how to define myself based on this identity, assignment, and impact. Like, I don't know. Before this, you are like, is that such a thing? We did a session with amazing leaders and someone says, I didn't know there's something like a purpose statement. I'm supposed to have a purpose statement. Before that, they were unconsciously incompetent. I mean, they're incompetent and they're even unconscious about, like, I don't know that I don't know. After that, really, we move into the zone of conscious incompetence. In other words, I know that I don't know. I know that I don't know. My son, our last one, is just about 2 years old. That guy has got no idea that he doesn't know how to drive a car. He doesn't even know there's such a thing. All right? My son is 9 years. He knows that he doesn't know how to drive a car. He's going to sit on the steering wheel and pretend like, Dad, how do I this? What do I touch? How do I press? Because he knows he doesn't know. That's conscious incompetence. He's aware that he doesn't know. From conscious incompetence is where we begin to learn. And once we begin to learn, we move into the next step which is where we are, conscious. Okay? Conscious competence. In other words, I'm beginning to do the thing. I'm beginning to master the thing. I'm beginning to get good at it. And I'm learning as I go. I'm learning as I go. Now my 9-year-old son, I put him into a driving school and he's done the lessons and he's really gotten good at. Now he's driving. Now he can move the car around the compound. He can drop me at the mall. He can bring me back. He can drive me. I can sleep at the back. He's driving. He's conscious. He's conscious that he's competent. But at this level, he has to be like super alert. He's looking at every pedal. He's like, okay, I'm moving this pedal. And you can have a conversation with him. He can't even chew gum and drive at the same time. That's conscious competence. So we are moving from I don't know that I don't know to I know that I don't know. And I begin to learn and I know that I know. And so I'm doing it as I go. And the box that we have here, which is really the highest levels of mastery, is what we are calling unconscious competence. In other words, I'm so good, I don't even think about it when I'm doing it. I don't even think about it. Like, I'm so good at it, I don't think about it. I'm like in flow. For some of you who've been drivers for a long time, and maybe you even drive a stick shift, a manual car. You don't even check where your left leg is pressing the clutch to change the gears. You're not thinking about it. I mean, you're having a conversation with somebody, you're looking at them and you're changing the gears and you're driving the thing and you're going and oh my goodness, you're lowering the windows and you're looking for music in a radio station, you're changing the CD, you're on a phone call. Like, hey, this thing is being driven by my subconscious mind. It knows the amount of energy that needs to go into the clutch. And oh, here comes a vehicle. Brakes, lower the gears. And that whole space is unconscious competence. I'm so good, I'm not even thinking about it when I'm doing it. And if you look at it this way, this side is the side of novice. This side is the side of mystery. This side is the side of expert, or the side of mastery. Yep. This half, that side is novice, that side is mastery. Look at that. That side is novice, that side is mastery. And so really understanding where you are, positions you to seek the next level of mastery as far as that thing is concerned. And that's so huge right there. Positioning yourself for where you need to be requires an understanding. Of what am I missing here? I know this path needs to lead me there. And I know what the building blocks should be on my journey to get there. That is moving from the side of the novice. That's moving from conscious incompetence, I know that I don't know, to seeking the information to say, how do I know this? How do I begin to get good at this? How do I begin to master this? And if you are listening to me today and you don't know who you are, you don't know why you're here on earth, you don't know what impact you want to make, you are on the novice side. And you will not gain mastery until you become restless and want to move in that direction. Until you have clarity of that, you will not earn your worth. You will not. I don't care how much money you're earning right now, but if you're earning it from a place of, I don't even know who I am and I don't know what I do, guess what? You're probably operating on 10%. You're probably operating 10% and you're just being paid based on the 10% that you know. What if you really stepped into 100%? What could be the possibilities be for you for income and for impact? How differently would you manifest your brilliance on the global scale? Think about that. And so articulating who you are, the mastery of yourself, of your identity, your assignment and impact is the first big thing. And then the second thing is, when you look at your life right now, the question that I would ask you is, what result should you be getting that you are not getting? I'm going to repeat that question. What result should you be getting that you are not getting. Evaluate that in every domain of your life. When it comes to wellness, what result should you be getting that you're not getting? When it comes to finances, relationships, your purpose, your leadership, those are the 5 key domains. Your wellness, your relationships, your finances, your purpose, and your personal leadership. Those 5 domains of life, the holistic domains. What results should you be getting in each of those domains that you are not getting? And what is mysterious about that process that's causing you not to step into the mastery that's required for you to get the results that you should be getting? I know one thing about you. And it's that you have broken so many world records up until this point. You broke the first world record when you walked. Forget about the world. But you broke the world record of, hey, guess what, world? This is the day that I get to start moving from crawling to walking. I've mastered this thing of 2 limbs. You've mastered it. And all your life, you've become a professional walker. Before long, you are running. Before long, you are riding a bike. Balance was a concept. You've broken so many records in your life. If you look back, you will see that you've constantly gone through mystery to mastery, mystery to mastery, mystery to mastery. And today, as you look into your future to create those results that you want, there is nothing new about what you're just about to do. The landscape could be new, the forest could be new, but guess what? You have within you resources to create that future that you want. There are cells of recognition that in the past, you fumbled through things and then you figured it out. You fumbled through a process and then you became masterful at it. So today, step in. What results should you be getting that you're not getting? Step in, do the work, move from the mystery to the mastery. Move from the mystery to the mastery. Get the concepts. Go find the expert. Do the work. Do what's required. Move from mystery to the mastery and create that result. Boom. And then seek to go to that next level in that area. Again, oh my goodness, like how do you do this? How do you create a 7-figure income? Thank you. I've done it in shillings. Okay, so how do I create the same in dollars? Oh, okay, so that takes a different skill set, mindset. All right, boom. Getting into it. Mystery to mastery. And that's what I really desire for you today, to constantly, not in just one domain and not just today, but every day of your life say, I'm navigating through the mystery to the mastery of this. There's a mystery around it. I'm not getting it yet, but I'm going to get it. I've got the resources. And so my role here today is to transmute to you the confidence that everything is figure outable. And then number 2, evaluate where you are on the path to mastery. When you look at this chart, from the novice to the expert, the mystery to the mastery of creating the results that you seek and desire in your life. All right? Thank you so much for tuning in here today on Reinvention Saturdays. If there's an idea that has really resonated with you, be kind. Would you post it in the comments below? And before you go, please like and share. I'm asking you to comment, but in addition to that, like and share. And for those of you watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and get this message out there to as many people as you can. All right? Thank you so much. I'll see you next week, same time, Saturday at 9:30. Blessings. Be well. And that day, we'll be talking about from skills to expertise. Turning your skills into expertise. How do you do that? Because when you turn your skills into expertise, your earning power goes up, your income goes up, your impact goes up. We want to talk about that in the next session. All right? Blessings, be well, and bye for now.